Frozen Kids. I'm Vaiga, and today we'll be learning 10 weird English words you won't believe exist. Learning English is not always easy. English is especially known for having a crazy vocabulary that can make things tricky for learners. Even if you've mastered all the important grammar rules, slang words, and idioms, weird English words come along and can still leave you feeling a bit confused. I will introduce you to some weird English words that you should know. So our first word is lollygag. This word actually has nothing to do with lollies or gags. It actually means to be idle and lazy or to waste time. It's most common in the USA. It's not unusual to hear parents shout at their children to stop lollygagging. The word has been used since the 1800s. Example, don't lollygag, we'll miss our bus. So our next word is curmudgeon. Are you trying to find just the right word for someone who's very bad-tempered and grumpy? This noun might be just the word that you're looking for. Dating back to at least the 16th century, this word has been used for a long time. For example, I don't like our English teacher, he's a real curmudgeon. Our third word is lackadaisical. Lackadaisical. How about if you want to describe that someone's lazy and has no enthusiasm or determination? Lackadaisical would be perfect in this situation. It's been in use since the 1700s, although where it came from isn't clear. One example for the usage of this word is, the food was nice enough but the service was somewhat lackadaisical. Our next word is ragamuffin. This word comes from the English that was used during the Middle Ages. You probably heard the word rag, right? A dirty piece of old cloth. So it'll make sense to know that a ragamuffin is a person who wears dirty and scruffy clothes. Clothes that are just like rags. It's usually used for children, and you may also sometimes hear it used to describe scruffy-looking animals. Example. The poor girl was always dressed like a ragamuffin, wearing clothes that were too big and dirty to match. Our fifth word is cacophony. This is a word related to noise. A cacophony is a mixture of horrible sounds. Imagine birds screeching, alarm bells ringing, and babies screaming, and you've got yourself into cacophony. You may already know that words that end in phone or phony are related to sound in some way. Cacophony comes from a Greek word made up from kakos, bad, and phone, sound. It entered English in the mid-1600s. An example for the usage of the word cacophony is, as we entered the farmyard, we were met with a cacophony of animal sounds. Our next word is hullabaloo. A word that really sounds like what it means. Hullabaloo is the loud noises and shouting that people make when they are angry. It's been part of the English language since the middle of the 18th century. There was a lot of hullabaloo over his controversial statements as an example for the use of the word hullabaloo. Our seventh word is gobbledygook. Close your eyes for a second and think of a turkey. What sound does it make? Does it sound something like gobble, gobble, gobble? That's exactly where this word came from. Created from the meaningless sound that turkeys make, gobbledygook was originally an American English word. It was created in the 1940s to mean words that are nonsense or have no meaning. It also describes when people use too many technical words and so other people can't understand what they're saying. Example. I can't understand all this legal gobbledygook. Our next word is gibberish. If someone is talking in gobbledygook, they'll also be talking gibberish. Gibberish means the same. Nonsense words and phrases that sound like English but have little meaning. Gibberish is an older term than gobbledygook. It's been in use since the mid-16th century. It's not known where the word came from, but many people believe it was taken from either a similar Spanish or Swedish word. For example, I was so nervous I just started talking gibberish. Our ninth word is frankenfood. Very new when compared to all the others in the list. The word frankenfood came into existence in the 1990s. It's used informally for genetically modified GM foods. GM foods are those that have been scientifically altered in some way that haven't grown naturally. Frankenfood is a combination of the words Frankenstein and food. For example, I'm not eating there, they use Frankenfoods. So we have reached our final word for today. Our final word is kerfuffle. This word has been around since the early 1800s and probably came from either Scottish Gaelic or from Celtic Irish, the languages that were used historically in Scotland and Ireland. It means to make a fuss or a bother, usually when people have different points of view. Example: why are you making such a kerfuffle? And another example is, her glasses were broken in the kerfuffle. While these are all great examples of weird English words, they're not the only ones out there. To find more strange words, you can expose yourself to native English and naturally come across some of these funky words. Try reading books, watching movies, or listening to music in English. All of these are great ways to pick up new vocabulary. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Bye!